are about to. We're live.
We're live, everybody. We're live. Welcome to the show, of course. My name is Brian McCarthy, and if you are listening, it's a podcast. If you're watching, it's either on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you. All the regular there's no fun way to say like it or to subscribe where you don't
Smash
sound...
the like button. I put that on the little ticker
of course
below.
you do. Smash that like button.
Smash it, baby.
Engage.
Smash it, baby.
It's all about engagement.
Yeah.
There's a political show I like, but the guy, he says unpack too much.
Oh,
yeah,
he's like,
that can happen.
Yeah, we have a lot to unpack.
Is
Yeah,
it,
you do.
It's not
including
Pete,
your vocabulary.
It's not Pete Dominic, is it?
No.
Because I heard him
It's
say that in real
MSNBC.
life one
No,
time.
It's
to,
MSNBC. All the black ladies on him.
By the
All
way,
unpacking.
By the way, I
have
said
to
a show
unpack.
with Pete Dominic. I said a show I like.
Okay. My
No,
bad.
this show,
I missed that.
I'll give him a shout out. It's called Pondering Politics.
Oh,
And he
that's
also
good.
He also wears
should think of
short
that.
sleeve shirts, which I don't like either.
Okay.
I say dress for the show you do in your basement.
Like button, like button up like a computer
You're wearing
salesman,
a
or
short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, but I'm
And
not
so am
talking
I.
politics. We're not.
Right.
Whoa, hello. Hey, before we get ahead of ourselves, Hollywood Howard is here, sitting here on this Super Bowl weekend. I know these shows are evergreen, but who's your pick for the big game?
I don't even know what that means.
Okay,
Can you translate that?
it's a Super Bowl.
Which
thing.
sport are you talking about?
Adam would know. It's a football thing.
Yeah,
American football.
American football?
footballers.
Yeah,
Can I say something about that? To
Please.
throw cold water on it.
go ahead.
You know, as you get older and
Yep.
you look back and you
Uh-huh.
have some kind of perspective.
You miss it when they play with leather helmets.
That's what we
One
got
back.
behind us.
You're on the
Leatherhead,
right
by the way.
track, but it was like, when did America?
Go ahead.
When was it over?
What do you mean?
searching. I've been searching this question. When was it over?
When
And-
you mean, what does that mean? It.
Well, it's a big it.
Okay. Well,
When America was great, or however you want to put it. And I found out some years ago, and I'm still in shock. And it was when
Joe Namath.
you're getting closer.
Okay, no, go
when
ahead.
Broadway Joe.
football replaced baseball as the
Ah.
so-called national pastime.
Gotcha.
It was over.
Okay, here's what I would say.
Sorry, but
Yeah?
that's my perspective.
I do not
Sorry.
think that football has
Sorry.
supplanted baseball in baseball's still
so.
around there, but
Sure.
it is a nostalgia game now.
But
It's
it
not.
isn't. That's the charm of baseball.
Yeah, but it's nobody's fault. The owners, the greed of the owners, they've turned baseball. They made it into this thing
They
where
did. Yeah, it's all on steroids and all of
Yeah,
this.
which-
literally on steroids. It's disgusting.
what do you mean? You know, like Mark McGrath with his his spinach can arms and
Mark McGrath,
Mark McGrath. Yeah, the guy from Super.
the guy from Sugar Ray.
Sugar Love. I was going to say the guy
He
from
was on
Superfly.
creatine.
Yeah.
Superfly. I love it. It just
Ah,
gets exponentially less.
Put your loving arms
Correct.
around me. God, I just saw Superfly at Epcot. It's so good.
Oh, Superfly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I get a funnel cake.
Yep. So,
Yep.
yeah, Silverchair was open for them.
Chair.
Silverchair, Superfly. Yeah, I agree. Okay,
You
no.
know what I'm saying?
Who's the other McGrath I'm thinking of with the red hair?
Mark. No.
Mike?
No, you're thinking of McGuire. Mark
Yeah,
McGuire.
Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
Right.
But the McGrath is
Is he a steroidal type as well?
Yeah, he was one of the first. He was like a Sammy Sosa, not Sammy Sosa. Am I right?
Who was the
fucking
other
this up.
guy? Who's the other guy? I think
Barry
it was Sammy
Bonds?
Sosa, right? Or who's the other guy that was in the scandal?
In the early 20s, in the early aughts, 2000s.
Yeah.
That was when the big scandal of steroids came around, and this is when they were breaking all the big records with and that's what you're
200
talking
But it
home
was
runs a
creatine,
season and
right?
all of
And
that.
they
But is creatine a steroid?
I
No,
don't think so.
no, it's like
But it's like
A medication.
it's a muscle rub. I don't know.
Jason Giambi. He
Yeah,
was
that's another one. Yeah.
I don't know.
So all of these
I don't know.
guys,
I don't know
hear
baseball.
You know what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but look, I don't like football. I don't like sports at all, really. But I don't understand though. Why can't you call the Super Bowl the Super Bowl? You have to call it the big game. Do you know why that is?
Well,
Adam?
I think it's in any unofficial, because it's like super duper licensed. They just like they're really like copyright Nazis, I think is sort of what it is.
But I
they
mean,
don't
they
want you
want
to
everybody
fucking
to-
you know.
Here's what I call it:
Uh-huh.
the stupid bowel.
Wow, you
Oh my
son of
God.
a
Yeah.
bitch! You are
copyright that.
I'm a
Everybody-
real
stupid
reactionary.
bowel.
The stupid bowel.
Howard flamethrower to
clever.
culture.
Right?
He doesn't give a fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
no, let them
look.
play their game. Why not? It's a game like any other. But I mean, it's preposterous. Just preposterous.
The thing about it that's wild to me is like, okay, so this Sunday is the big game. I don't want to
Yeah.
get. I don't want to have a.
yeah, you're
No,
gonna have a
we
suit
can say it
your
on
hand,
here. It's
brother.
fine.
I don't want to have
It's fine.
some Jew
We're
lawyer
not
flying the
sponsored by
wall.
Yeah,
DraftKings.
exactly.
Yeah,
like
those
it's okay.
guys are the
Yeah,
worst.
cease and desist.
By the way, where's your phone?
Oh shit, you need it?
Yeah, I'll find it.
Oh,
You're gonna
fuck.
make a call during
I
the
believe
show?
it may
just gotta-
There's
even.
a phone.
No,
Oh,
it may
that's fine.
even be in the bedroom.
Okay.
I'll be in there in a minute. Oh,
I'll be back
this
in
is
20
yeah.
minutes.
This is Adam's way for us all to go. We're all gonna go fuck everybody. Make yourselves
What's
available.
going on?
He needs my phone, so
To
I
do
forgot to
something
bring
about
it
the
out.
program.
We use it for I don't know
Stuff.
various.
Okay.
By the way, I was before the show. I was in the kitchen. Do you have a smartphone now, or is it your
No.
same phone?
It's my same phone.
But you can take pictures on it and stuff.
Yeah, but I could take pictures on the other one too.
So hold on, may I just take it?
Yeah, this is the latest in flip phone.
Where do you even buy this? Like a time machine? I don't know.
T-Mobile.
You go to T-Mobile?
Yep.
Okay.
Didn't you see the full page that the Times had a couple of weeks ago? Full page in the business section
About
on the renaissance of the flip phone.
now, is it a flip
Is that
phone
right?
in design only, where you open it up and it's like a smartphone, or does it have
You've
some
al- you've
feature?
already
there are
over-asked me,
some Google phones now where they're like bringing back sort
Here,
of the flip.
What is that? Oh no,
I mean, that's
it's
a
not
full-
a Google.
that's
That's
a-
a flip phone. This
no,
is
that's
flip
a
phone.
real
This is a real flip.
like that's if I were selling meth, like that would be like one of my
Yeah.
burners.
That's a burner.
I would
phone.
That's
go
right.
and I
Right.
throw it
That's
in the
exactly.
sewer.
Right.
Exactly.
You throw it into an
I
aquarium.
throw it in the bayou.
You have an aquarium in your apartment full of
Yes.
broken phones.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
my previous one in my other pocket in case you want me to show it
Why do you?
on air.
So, with your old phone, didn't you have to trade it in to get that new phone?
No, the old phone broke
Okay.
after I did some meth deals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bet deal's going
And
wrong.
the only problem was that all the info on the what do you call that little
SIM card.
the SIM card is still in there and it's not in here.
How do they
So
do?
I'm carrying it around on my old phone so that maybe some tech guys, maybe Adam could do that, can
Okay.
transfer from the old phone to the new phone, so I
Can't-
don't lose all that stuff.
Can
you do that?
Maybe if you got,
No,
I
seriously.
might need a cable. Well,
I
bring
have it with me.
Oh, you got the phone?
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I can take it with and
That would be terrific if you
Yeah.
could. No, seriously.
Do you?
Thank you.
Don't the guys
I
at
can
show you.
email
T-Mobile?
you all the stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't
No
the
problem.
T-Mobile
There's a lot
guys?
of phone numbers and
I'm sure.
pictures and,
Sure, it's
you
full
check-
of.
Dick pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what's her name? My new
Who's the girl
girlfriend.
you
I
like?
wanna
That
talk about that.
yeah. So right before the
I'm in
show,
love, baby.
Right-
Oh, you're laughing.
Right-
She's gorgeous.
Oh, she is
She's
gorgeous,
stunning.
Yeah.
Howard got catfished, and right
I
before
don't-
the show, Howard showed us a picture of so AI. Her last name was Jenny Pixelated.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so. It was such an AI picture, and you said that she has. What does she have? 200 friends on Facebook.
Yeah, 284. She's clearly an African romance scammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
she's because there's
Can-
no
can
link
I-
to like an
can I-
OnlyFans.
she's like, can
there's
I- but
nothing.
can
How
they-
would I love you?
Can you show her on the?
I mean,
yeah, I'll pull it up in a
all
second.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
So then, what did they create her from nothing? I mean, is that a
Well,
real
it's
person?
artificial intelligence.
you ever see the
I
documentary?
know, but
Weird
from
Science.
nothing?
We could create like our dream girl if
Yeah.
we, with the
But
Kelly-
there has to be
Chat
some material
GPT.
to put together.
Yeah, we all need to come in a
Yes,
sock.
the entire internet. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The entire
the entire internet. Yes.
so she's pieces of different.
yeah, all the best
women?
ones.
Yeah.
All the best ones.
Didn't you ever see
She's
Weird Science in the
absolutely
80s
stunning.
with Kelly
No, I
LeBrock?
don't watch that shit.
Remember that movie?
You say weird,
Weird
science? Oh yeah, of
Science,
course,
woo!
Yeah,
I
Robert-
watched the Twilight.
yeah.
Zone.
Her nipples probably
I-
shoot lasers.
Yep.
This
Late-
girl?
Yep.
No
Yeah,
way.
I
No,
bet.
no, no, no.
African
No,
lady.
no, don't say that. No. Does
I
she look
bet.
like that? She
Um,
looks so delicious and
know,
amazing.
she's
yeah,
gorgeous.
Listen.
No.
But I mean, there are real women.
She
that
looks
are
like a
very
Dunkin'
delicious.
Donuts.
I'll find you. I'll
Donuts
show
early in
you
the morning.
I got a couple of good pics that I think you would like.
What
A
do you-
couple of gals
Like
that.
compare and contrast to my gal.
Yeah, but they're like real.
Oh, but they're real.
Hold on.
Oh, show me
porn
that.
stars.
Show me that one
I
in,
will, one
in
second,
real
one
in
second.
reality.
We're
yeah.
spinning out of control here.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
sorry.
for the it's okay.
Too much sex.
For the no, we're
I'm
just
hot and bothered.
we're just getting started. No, for the audience, before the show, Howard and Adam were having some small talk while Adam was, setting up and everything in the kitchen. And Howard said to Adam, "Hey, something along the lines of, I found this really hot girl on Facebook."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Adam's like, "Oh," and you said, "Yeah." And where'd she say she was from? Or you don't know?
So
I
Houston,
don't know there
Texas,
was.
or
Oh yeah,
something.
Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Right. She's from anywhere USA.
Anywhere
Yeah.
Earth.
So she shows, and then number one, the couple red flags. Number one, you said, I found her on Facebook, which is already like, because that's where, and no offense, that's where like these scammers would go and find a baby boomer kind of era, or baby
Me.
boomer like you.
Right.
Yeah. To find you, in between articles about how, it's America, speak English, that kind of thing.
Well, that was
know.
the kind of English I got back when I started messaging her.
Right. So you saw this picture of her in your Facebook feed.
Yeah.
Right. And then you sent her a message.
Yeah.
And what did the message say?
Like,
hey, I like your big fat tits.
No, my message to her said, something like "Hi."
Okay.
But then she
Hey.
came back with
Cyrano de
something
Bergerac over here.
Right.
Yeah, she came back with something like, or it came back with
Hey,
something
lover.
like, "Hey, Mr. Lover,"
Okay.
kind of a broken African
Oh.
English thing,
Sure.
just as Adam identified.
She's like,
Okay,
And I thought,
uh-huh.
wow, these chicks are either really dumb, they don't know
Okay.
how to put a sentence together, or
Well,
what. But maybe that
Well, they don't
explains
have to
it.
with
They don't have
cans
to.
like that.
Yeah.
Right? They're not real.
Right.
she's like, hey, lover, what's
Well,
the street you grew up
No,
on?
there's a real person typing, but it's a man from Ghana.
Yeah, but he's from Ghana, but he's
Right.
he's giving tours in Central Park right now. He's one of those.
No,
No, he's actually in Ghana.
He's back in Ghana.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm
with
very
a phone
interested
that
in
looks
Ghana,
a lot
by
like
the way.
yours.
what they do is they
With
will
a phone that looks like
they'll take a guy like you and they'll start to have a it's called
Yeah.
catfishing, and
Yeah.
they'll start a
Sure.
relationship with you online, and then once they get trust from you, she'll send you some message
Yeah,
like,
but see, that doesn't happen with me.
Well, that's full on romance scamming.
Yeah, see, that
I mean,
doesn't
they're
happen with
pretending
me.
to be a different person.
I
but
don't.
it
I'm just playing
goes
with
beyond
it.
catfishing.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
well,
with
you're
it.
throwing it out there a little bit. I mean, you could see how it would work though, right? If
Oh,
not with you, with
sure.
somebody else. I'm
No,
saying,
of
like,
course.
to paraphrase the Beatles, all the lonely people, where all they do, they
No,
all
sure.
you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
when there's scams everywhere about everything, and you think, how do people fall for this crap? But they
Well,
do, by the billions of people.
Case in point,
Financial, romantic, blah blah blah, whatever it is.
earlier this week,
Right.
we got my wife was going through our mail and she picked up a piece of paper mail
Yeah.
and she started laughing and she
Yeah.
handed it to me and it said, dear Mrs. McCarthy. She never addressed anything I mean, it was weird. I mean, her last
Right.
name,
So you-
she has my last name. Anyway, point is it was a document. It was a paper document that said that she had been somebody had put her in their will.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And to go to this
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
And so we actually went on the website.
Yeah, sure.
And it was like,
Fun.
it was really funny because it was kind of like wet paint, because you went on the website and it looked like an actual legal firm's website.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And then you clicked on one of the pages and then that was like under construction. And then if you called, there was a phone number on the printed piece of paper. And if you called the number, which we did, it went like, it had that weird international ring, like bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yeah,
bloop.
yeah.
And
that's
so
those guys in Ghana.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
somebody, right? And so point is like, look, this is all of these scams. It's like they're like lobster traps. You just throw out enough of them.
Yeah,
and-
that's right.
And
You'll
then
catch
someone
fish.
will come back at some
By the
point.
billions.
Yes.
How did Bernie Madoff make his money? I mean, come
What
on.
was the girl's name again? Your Facebook friend?
Glenn Alice?
Oh, that sounds real. That checks out.
Well, I was thinking, she just reversed her first name and her.
Yeah, there's no first or
family
last name.
Yeah,
Her real first name is like Umbuktu
Mhm.
or something.
That's could be
What?
That could be racist.
No, that's an African name, like something African-y. Doesn't it? Umbuktu is African-y.
African.
Yeah, I mean, but there are all of these. It's a very
Josh and you.
no. It could be fine. No,
I
you're
don't
right.
care.
No, you
If
don't.
you
You
can't
don't care.
make fun, the great, one of the healthy things about this program is
Yes,
that you can make fun
of
of
everybody.
everybody and anything, and that's what we need to get back to.
That's right. No sacred cows.
Mm-mm.
No, that's
It's
true.
the sacred
Nope.
cow stuff that's gotten everybody all bent out of shape.
People are very uptight. I agree with you, but
No, seriously,
I'm not disagreeing.
That is
no,
a big plus for what you're doing.
Well, it is the Lord's work,
Yeah.
and
Amen.
but it
Mhm.
is but it is interesting because what Adam's right. They create a profile and they put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And because guys that are our age or younger or whatever, they would be able to spot it immediately and they would go, okay.
Right.
Like I get emails all the time and they say they're from PayPal, but they're not really from PayPal.
Yeah, of course.
And if you click on the link to return it to PayPal, it'll open up some sort of weird email. It'll be like
sure.
PayPal 49999
Yeah, it
at
does. It's not,
yahoo.com.
yeah,
And,
there's
but,
so much.
But they ask me, they go full hog. Like they'll go like, hey, email us back your bank routing information.
Right,
Like they
sure.
just try to get it.
No, of course.
But there are people out there.
Now there are billions of them.
Yeah, and that's.
But I can't believe, I just didn't make the jump.
Sure.
I hadn't talked to you guys.
Right.
So I just looked at it and said, well, girls are, advertising their wares on the, so here's one. And man, she's outstanding.
But also
maybe she's a fake.
What can trip you up is that there are,
I'm a little sad, but
there are girls out there that are selling their wares too.
Who are real.
Oh, really?
And really nice.
Oh, yeah. Like, seekingarrangements.com. We've had lots of girls on this show that are,
seeking arrangements.
That are seeking arrangements. That's one.
I thought we were going to put me on with one of them.
We're trying to
What's
put that
going
together.
on with
it's
taken a while.
I think if we really turn the heat on high, we could probably make it happen.
All
okay,
right.
for example, Lainey, shout out to Lainey. She is the public relations person that gets us a lot of guests.
Yes, you've told me about
right.
it.
And the plan was maybe if it worked out to have you come today and also have one of Lainey's guests on simultaneously.
Yeah.
But Lainey didn't have anybody. And so.
Why? I thought this business is booming with billions of people.
Well, there are, but
just, I don't
arrangements,
know.
scheduling.
A lot of them are skiing in Switzerland.
Yes.
February.
San Moritz right now.
Yeah.
There's no snow there, by the way.
In Stade.
Just got the report.
Are you serious?
Literally no snow.
Wow. I know.
And those Swiss glaciers are shrinking. I mean, that's serious.
Yeah.
And weird.
Yep. Well, that's when you have gay marriage, that's what happens. The God takes away the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but
I'm beginning to
Adam
think
and Steve,
that's true.
things of that nature.
Adam is, you mean Eve? Adam and Eve?
Why I said
Adam and Steve. But there's also, the French version. Adam and Eve.
They can't make babies, but God help them, they try. If anyone's going to do it.
that doesn't stop them.
Can I ask
trying.
a question? I want to ask you. This is something I've been thinking about while we're talking about these things.
Certainly.
What percentage of
100%?
You knew the answer. And the question was, what percentage of males
guys here are gay
in Manhattan are gay? 100%.
Yeah.
35, just about right.
35%.
No, easily 1/3, right? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
I mean,
I do now.
There is
I
was
not
actually,
that there's anything wrong with that.
Okay.
I was just looking this up recently, the gayest cities, and it's the gayest. I think it's second gayest in
Youngstown,
number,
Ohio,
but next to San Francisco, but not per capita. Per capita is San Francisco, and
but we can't be far behind Manhattan. I mean,
okay. Yeah. If you think about
Brooklyn,
if you think about the industries in New York. You have, it's like a lot of media, fashion and a lot of very queer, and I'm saying that in a new way, a lot of queer industries,
butt plug factories,
but exactly, anal bead consortiums,
it's kind of like new age,
the lube district,
manufacturing,
lube sommeliers, they come here, they move from all far and wide.
I'm getting tangerines. Is anybody else getting tangerines?
It's got an oaky finish,
but. I would say also if we're talking about like Manhattan, well, we throw Brooklyn in there, I guess, but
and Brooklyn, you know what I mean, North Brooklyn, not
certain, right? Exactly. What, not Bay Ridge, right? Yeah, there's
no,
a lot of fags Bay Ridge.
Oh,
they're like Vito from The Sopranos.
My asshole
goofing around.
My asshole hurts. You don't even know.
You don't even know. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna wear this thing out.
Right. I'm shitting blood like you haven't believed. It's like Sunday gravy back there. All right, everybody.
Bada boom.
Hey, over here. It's all right. Sure. Give me a tongue kiss, you fucking gamook. God, we're gay. We're gay.
We're fucking gay. They high five each other.
Oh man,
I love that.
Gay
culture clash.
Exactly.
I love that.
Okay. Here's if you really look at like the population of New York City, you have. I think it's more. It's like I think it goes like this. It's like single women are the number one thing. And then it's gay men. And then it's like kind of like finance bro families. You know what I mean? And then from there, and then it's
like us, whatever down here.
Yeah. We
used to rule, but now.
I mean,
what?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Who's
the we?
I don't know. Who is the we?
Weebles wobble.
Old people.
Old
white guys.
There's lots of old white people in this neighborhood. But in this neighborhood.
lousy with them.
but if you look at the population, like New York City, it's all like women in their 30s and 40s that are single.
Right.
That's what it is, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they're all fucked up. So
Well,
they're not
And they all use
interested in,
their ovens to
put
put
their
the
shoes
shoes
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that about?
Right. Yeah.
Baked shoes.
Carrie Bradshaw.
What is it?
Yeah.
No, it's
Why would
just
you do
it's just
that?
kind
'Cause
of
they
like
don't-
it was
it's
just a,
takeout.
Oh, you
Yeah,
not to cook
for-
them in, but
for,
to
they're not-
for like
yeah.
storage space.
yes.
Because they have a tiny little.
Wouldn't that be
studio?
like? Wouldn't that be the
Yeah.
world's
Oh,
worst?
I got it.
Wouldn't that be the world's worst concentration camp guy? He's like, they're like, no, we take the shoes off and put the people in. He's like, I was putting the shoes in and letting the people out. What a strudel head I am.
Yes.
That's why we
Oh,
have
that's
shoeless
brilliant.
Jews
That's
everywhere.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Shoeless
No.
Jew Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, you
Shoeless
dumb
Jew.
cough.
Man.
Dumb
That's
cough.
Brilliant.
Shoeless Jews everywhere.
Yeah.
That's like straight out of
Ba, 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 ba.
what
Benny
was the
Hill.
show?
Benny Hillstein.
No, the show
Go ahead.
Colonel Klink.
Oh, Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes, yeah.
Anyway,
God.
so I do think you're right. I think there are
About what?
tremendous amount of. Well, put it this way: I go to a shout out to my Crunch on 54th Street, and that is
Is that a gym?
It's a gym. Yeah, it's a gay, very gay gym that I go to.
I'm sure it is.
It shares a wall with Studio 54, and
It's
still,
on 53, 54.
no, it's on
For real,
4th
the,
Street.
on
old
50.
the old
Yeah,
space. That wow,
yeah, it's between 7th and 8th.
that
on
is gay.
South. Yeah, and but what's really interesting is like it's so gay that I'm heterosexual and ostensibly, I mean,
Ostensibly,
$20
yeah.
is $20,
Right.
but
Yes.
but when I'm in the
Indeed.
gym working out, like I'll talk to my trainer, and there are like if you're there the whole time, like put it like all around us, there are gay things happening. We're just not part of like the conversation. Does that make sense? Like this guy.
Things.
Okay, put
Like
it this way.
things under the table right
Like
now.
what
Actually,
things?
What I mean is, like, for example, like in my gym, and I know I've mentioned this before, everybody, so I'm sorry, but they
He's
have,
always bragging about. it.
yeah, they had to shut down the steam room in my gym.
Oh yeah, I could imagine that.
because it was too gay. And now
It was packed. It was
they
the
have
fire
it
marshal
was,
would come.
it
in.
was fudge packed.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you
No.
already did.
Yeah.
No need to.
And
Wow.
then in the bathroom, in the locker room, the handicap stalls, there are 2 of them, and they are constantly being used for trysts.
Nice.
You have
know,
a lisp now.
No, I can't say the word tryst without coming in my talkers. Anyway, so yeah,
so yeah, you know what I'm
and
saying.
there's even
Not
on
that
the
there's anything wrong with it.
even on the floor of my gym, okay, there are 2 corners that are kind of away from the prying eyes of the city fathers.
Mm.
And even those, so it's like this gym, it's like full of fucking bear traps of just gayness
But
everywhere.
aren't there security cameras ever? Not that that's
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah, $20 a month if
Mhm.
you're a member. I think
Right.
it's a hot security
Right.
camera. I mean, it's a revenue stream for Crunch, I think.
FrontSecurityCam.com.
no wonder they're making so much money.
And these guys, they have great bodies, and they walk
Yeah, of
around in
course,
these
and
little
that's all
like
they're doing is
these little outfits and
yeah,
everything.
Sure.
But
Little
what's
short
funny is
shorts.
because I'm
Jocelyn lets you go.
well, because I'm straight, nobody's paying any attention to me. It's kind of like when you see Hasidic Jews on the street and they don't see other people unless they
Yeah.
only see Hasidic Jews.
right.
Like these guys are gay and they're in there to meet other
No,
gay
you're right.
guys.
Because they have to stop. They stop me on the street and say, "Are you Jewish?"
Are you
happened-
Jewish?
Happened to me a
It
couple
happened
days
to me
ago.
the other day too.
What did you say?
on the Upper West Side?
Well, it happened to me once in Park Slope, and I had shorts on that had embroidered lobsters. And I said to the kid, I said, even my shorts are trafe.
Yeah,
And-
totally trafe.
But are they looking to create a
It's
minion?
goy.
Yeah,
what is
It
that?
depends. There's
What's
a lot
the
of
next
it
step?
depends on the the time of year and so
Let's
on.
back
like
up
that.
for 1 second.
Sorry.
In New York City, a lot of times, if you're walking down the street, if you're a guy and if you're just a white guy, Orthodox Jews will approach you, and then you can expound on this, and they'll ask you, "Are you Jewish?" Right?
right.
And they're in their black hats. They're Orthodox.
They're
So why are they
Orthodox.
doing that?
Okay, they're doing it for any number of reasons. They may want you to recite a prayer with them to reaffirm your Jewishness.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
evangelical Jews.
They're definitely evangelical.
They want you
yeah.
to re-up.
Yeah. They want you to
Re-up
re-up.
your Judaism.
Sometimes there's a holiday where you might do a little,
Sure.
the lemon and palm leaf.
That's Rosh Hashanah.
At Pesach.
Okay,
Uh,
that's Passover.
at Passover in the spring.
Okay,
Okay.
They may want you to,
hold the lemon.
hold
Hey,
the items.
what
and
they
do
think
the
I'm a real
prayer.
sucker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
stuff
This
like
guy
that.
gets it.
All right.
No, usually they're not going to say, "Will you come to the shul?" Because
Okay.
we need a minion. Because they have a minion.
A minion, by the way,
Describe
is
define a minion.
come on,
A
you're
minion
the
is the
Jew.
required number of
those little yellow fellas.
No,
right?
that's minion. Yeah,
Pixar or DreamWorks.
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me.
Hello.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything right.
I'm a stinker.
Mother still says
No.
it's time
What is
for
that,
law
your-
school.
What is a
What's
minion?
that guy? What are you doing? What's
It's
his name?
MINOION. It's a movie. It's a movie with Steve.
What are you doing?
He's wondering about
Jackie
the voice.
Mason?
To a certain extent, yes.
Do Jackie
Jason.
Mason.
Dude, nothing.
Describe a
I'm
minion.
little. I'm yellow. I'm a minion. I go here. I go there. My voice is Stephen Carroll. He's got the long schnoz. He goes over there. No hair. He looks like Gargamel.
I love his
Yeah,
Jackie.
you do.
As you
Yeah,
know,
no.
I always
Right.
make you do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
No,
he-
it's
he
the
does.
required number
Yeah.
of Jewish males of age, who've been bar mitzvah, adult males, that you need to have together in order to have a prayer service.
And
And
that's
it's
7.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. 7.
No
big-
women.
7 if they're fat. Because they
No,
it's a weight
10
limit.
if they're
Okay,
fat.
all right.
Mhm.
Well, some of them are washboard abs, but no women allowed. You cannot have a woman.
Not in that crowd.
No, keep it going.
Maybe in the next century, who knows what will happen.
Now, for the audience, a lot of
we talk about the Jews as usual.
well, a lot of goyim think that Orthodox Jews have to have sex with each other through a sheet on the. Is that's not true? That's not true.
First of all, I'm not.
Probably a certain
I'm not
sect.
a bona fide expert in these matters.
In this room, you are.
There are certain sects that I've never seen this myself,
Go ahead.
that are very modest.
Uh-huh.
And procreation has to happen just for the purpose of procreation.
Hmm.
So there are sheets in between the male and female. So
Right. So you just pull your pecker out and you stick it through a hole, and hopefully you find her the vagina. at some
right.
point.
And then you make a baby.
Make a
A
baby.
new Jewish baby.
Make like 9 babies. They have lots and lots of children. The
well,
Orthodox Jews.
there aren't that many of us.
Wow. I see what you're saying. Yeah, in the 40s there. That bus accident.
Even if that hadn't happened, in a world of 8.5 billion Homo sapiens, there still wouldn't be a lot of us.
Well, here's the thing about Judaism.
right. I mean, even if it
Right.
hadn't happened and you did the demographics, whatever they are.
Right.
So what would there be? Instead of 15 million Jews, there might be
25.
I crunch
30
the numbers
million or
weekly, but I don't
yeah,
remember.
and that's it's still nothing.
I keep one of those
Nothing.
clickers in my
Yeah.
pocket, like when you go to a ball
like the,
game.
uh,
Are you Jewish? Are
Yeah,
you
I got-
Jewish?
yeah, I do it my own way.
He's
Yeah.
he's standing next to
like
the
a
guys.
clock at Union Square
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
that does
Click,
the what is
Yeah.
that? The National
the
Dead
dead,
or
the
the
dead clock.
the dead clock.
No, but also Judaism is not an evangelical religion in the sense that if you're not born Jewish, they're not looking for more Jews. So
No,
It's-
it isn't.
right,
Basically, I have to say that's true.
it is what is true. I'm saying, but like other religions, Muslim,
Like the
Christian, or
Mormons.
whatever it is, Mormon, they're trying to get
They're
more and more.
always fucking asking me.
Yeah,
if I
That's
wanna
how
go
you
to
get a
church.
billion people.
Mormons, that's why they want white, but they want white people. Mormons
Right.
are very
Mormons want
racist.
white.
Yeah, well, it's crazy that I don't want to dox myself too much, but I do live pretty close to their headquarters in Queens, and
Uh-huh.
now
all
I'm
right.
seeing,
Well, that gives you
I'm
authority.
seeing some blacks. I'm seeing some
Diversity.
Mexicans.
Diversity.
Yeah, I think it's big maybe in the Latino, or is that?
No, that's Catholics.
that's
They're not gonna become
no,
Mormons.
it's Jehovah's. Yeah,
That's
Jehovah's
Jehovah. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I did see a black Mormon the other day.
Ugh.
But I'm like in the
That's the
that
exception that
yeah, this is
proves the
I'm
rule.
like it'd be like if you lived close to corporate, you know what I mean?
right.
For like Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
and
It's
they
like,
it's a
probably-
DEI
I'm getting the
thing.
experimental stuff they're
And-
just rolling
yeah,
out.
And they
It's
probably
DEI.
they probably take that one guy and tout him around.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like,
he's
right.
all over the place.
No, but
Hey.
it's funny because they're adding kind of a little more of a flair to it. Because
Oh, yeah.
usually it would just be, do you want to go to church on Sunday? And they're like, my man.
yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Well,
They're kind of like
America is show business and sales. I mean, that's
yeah,
what
which
it is.
actually it works better.
Yeah, but
I'd be more apt.
Well, you have to
join.
attract attention.
Yeah.
And
you
there's
have
so
to-
much noise that how do you attract attention?
Well, also I do know that like when you look at all that
Things look swell. Things look great. You have
Oh
to
my
attract
God.
attention.
Oh,
yeah, it's
Oh,
everything's
you've never heard my Ethel
Never
Merman?
heard
really
My
good.
Ethel
Musical
Merman.
Howard.
it's really good.
That's why I'm
Oh,
Hollywood
really?
Howard,
Yeah,
baby.
really good.
Is
Yeah.
that good or what?
His
That's my
Rosemary
specialty.
his Rosemary Clooney is okay, but
Yeah,
you're
but
Ethel
the Ethel
Merman.
Merman is
Yeah,
right
gonna
on.
have the whole world on a plate.
Oh, come on. Are those funny? Is she funny or what? Ridiculous.
Hysterical.
Do your George Jessel. Jesus Christ.
I need a big cigar. I like
Yeah,
that.
you sure do. But anyway, to bring it back
Yeah.
to Mormons, if you happen to, because I did read that book, what's it called, Under the Banner of Heaven. It's all about like the history
nice
of
title.
Mormonism, and
okay. I wasn't familiar with that.
and up until like the 70s, like their church doctrine was like blacks were like they were like they weren't humans.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Untermenschen, we say.
What is-
Untermenschen.
Yes, Untermenschen is
yeah.
German for
The subhuman.
Oh, I thought it meant like when you say thank you, you go Untermenschen it.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Untermenschen.
That
Yeah.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, not
That wasn't
right.
bad.
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
Schwarzer.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, don't
That's
mention.
Don't
Don't
mention
mention
it.
it.
Don't
That's different,
mention
right?
it. With the
Dalfa
umlauts.
Lundgren.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the Hollywood Howard? Let's do our Hollywood minute. Have you seen any of the new Hollywood films up for
Yes.
Oscars?
Oppenheimer.
Can you believe yes?
Wow.
Did you see it?
Oppenheimer, no. Next.
Oh,
The Valley
I
of
almost
the
went last week.
Valley of the Dolls, no.
No, for us Meyer.
Barbie.
No.
Okay, hold on. I know which one
You
saw.
know which one I would see. If
You
I saw one,
the-
which I did.
You saw the Martin Scorsese one with the Indian one, Kingdom of the Peasant
What?
Moon or Crescent Moon or something. Or come on, you guys, it's the one that's
in.
up for an Oscar. It's the Martin Scorsese indie movie. It's like 10 hours long. It's out right now.
No.
Okay, so what did you see?
Well,
I'm out.
it's not obvious.
I'm out. Andy Hall 2. This time it's personal.
I just saw Annie Hall on TCM the other night.
Uh-huh.
It's so cute.
Oh, it's very cute.
Oh, it's adorable.
Uh-huh. Hey, my fingers smelling like Mia Farrow's children. What
I
did you
distinctly
say?
heard him say Jew. Not did Jew eat yet. Jew eat yet. Remember that? That's so brilliant.
My favorite, and for those of you who don't know,
cute.
Annie Hall's
Annie Hall,
movie,
tell them they don't even know. from Annie Hall.
1977.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
yes,
Is that?
Killers
No.
of the Flower Moon. But there's a great scene from Annie Hall
Man.
when Annie brings him back to the Midwest, and he's at the table
Not
with the
whole-
grandmother and the
Aw,
family,
Come on.
and the mother goes. And he tells us that you've been in therapy for several years. And he goes, yeah, making excellent progress. My therapist says soon I won't have to wear the lobster bit. Very funny.
Granny.
Yeah, Granny.
Granny Hall.
Classic Jew hater.
I had that experience, by the way.
Do
The
tell.
same experience. First of all, let me say two things. Can I just
Please.
get this
Okay.
in?
You
I
have the
realized
floor.
watching Annie Hall where Seinfeld has gotten so much stick from, and it's Woody.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean,
A lot.
okay.
Not
That's-
great
Yeah.
mentor, but I mean you could see through Annie
right.
a lot of Seinfeld stick.
Howard's gonna blow the.
we
lid
were
off this
in
thing.
we were in Denver, Colorado
Who's
in
we?
the early 70s. Just we.
the royal we.
What do you mean? Who were you with somebody?
He and his associates.
Howard.
Does it matter?
Yeah, but you're telling a story. I'm
No,
trying to
yeah.
provide.
I was with my best law school buddy,
There you
and
go.
he said to me after, like school was ending, let's go west. He had this whole Colorado thing. Remember, it's 1970, like
Yeah,
3 or
right.
4. Let's go.
Was he
let's-
like, we've been everywhere, but we haven't been to ourselves?
No, pretty,
Pretty straight laced.
not,
It's a
not,
Harvard boy.
no, but
Okay, square. You were doing square.
no, not
hands?
square, not square.
Okay, go
Kind of
ahead.
mainstream. We'd
He's
smoke.
got like his own language.
We'd smoke grass on the weekend and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
We weren't, we
I-
had our hair
okay,
long and
alright.
stuff. And
I
we
was-
did all, but not, not like. he
You
wasn't
guys put a little
pothead
hairy
or
chaping
something.
on when you're driving across the country, and,
Oh,
a-
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
well, we
and then-
probably did.
and
Not me, but he probably did.
and an AMC Gremlin.
Like that.
Everybody's talking.
Yeah,
at
all that
me.
shit.
I don't see a word they're saying.
Yeah, but a little bit of that.
Right.
Anyway, so I said,
Go
all right,
to the
let's
country,
break
let's
out a
roll."
little bit. I'll do that. And
Break
we were
out.
out there for a year out in Denver,
Uh-huh.
and we were at a bus
Couple
stop.
of draft dodgers.
No, may I clear that up?
Go ahead. Just,
Okay.
I'm just busting your balls.
I
Go
know,
ahead.
but I want to
Humor.
clear it up. We're on, this is on the record.
no.
Yeah.
You were
He's
in
gonna go on
Canada
the
for
Smithsonian.
you were in Canada for a Mormon convention.
This is a huge business to talk about, but in short, because of the tremendous disruption that came from the lingering Vietnam War
uh-huh.
and the protests and
Sure,
all that
sure.
stuff, the Big Brother decided we'll cut the draft, we'll democratize.
Right.
Everybody, unless you have a special exemption, goes into a lottery.
Sure.
And we're going to pick the numbers out of the fishbowl, which they literally did on television. And that's how you're going to go.
Yep.
I had number 336 out of 365. I wasn't called.
No, I understand. No, I didn't think you ever actually dodged.
I didn't dodge the
giraffe.
draft.
Right.
No.
Okay, so you're in Denver with this.
Before that, if I may, just to be
Go ahead,
quasi
please.
serious, right? I mean, one was faced with the question of what
Right.
happens if they're actually going to pluck
Crazy.
you. And my father's partner said to me, he was an officer in the New York National Guard of some rank. He was a colonel or something.
Okay.
He said, "Look,
What's it? Popcorn University? Go ahead.
what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
What's that?
Nothing.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Colonel.
Oh, colonel.
Yuma.
Okay. Yeah, Huma.
That's
Go ahead.
good. That's
Yeah.
a word
I'm
play.
trying to butter you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go
he
ahead.
said,
So
"Why don't you
salty.
join the guard?"
Yeah, you salty prick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
come on, you
All right,
guys.
he's a
This is-
colonel in the
Wow.
fucking thing. All right, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
You guys have this all worked.
Yeah,
out.
we
You've
did.
done this before.
He's been here since Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Been working
Anyway, he
out
said,
the
"Why don't you
beats.
become you can become an officer in the guard.
Okay.
It's not all that much. You're not going to go overseas and stuff like that.
Right.
Not to Vietnam, to the war.
You're not
I'd
gonna,
like to go
yeah,
overseas.
you're going to guard Schenectady.
like that.
Right.
And
the invasion of
you'll be
Syracuse.
okay. And that's then you're out. Yeah, in case Syracuse gets invaded
right.
again.
Those Viet Cong
Again.
come into Albany.
Oswego.
Well,
That's right.
we were blowing it so badly that who knows what could happen.
Oh, all right. Hey, too soon. Come on.
But I took I said, no, Connie, I appreciate that. I really do. But I think in this life, it's not the vibe for me. So I took my chance and then I got a good number. Anyway, so we're out in Denver.
And by the way, let me just get back to that for one
this
second.
is history, kids.
It is. So when they did this draft, were you automatically drafted into the infantry? Or were you drafted into the Army writ large? Meaning, could you be drafted and then actually stay in the States? Or were you drafted to be...
no, Army writ large, to my best knowledge.
Okay.
I'm not an expert in that, but you draft the Army writ large, and then I think the bureaucracy would decide,
where to put you.
where to put you, what you...
Right.
so on
Which
like
one of
that.
you long-haired freaks is going to die for
Right.
the
Well,
country?
you'd have to cut your hair.
Yeah, sure. They almost cut my
What was the
hair.
thing in you remember in MASH how there was the guy Klinger and he pretended to be like a cross-dresser?
Okay, that was not Klinger, by the way.
It was
matter.
Klingsor.
I think it was Klinger.
Colonel Klinger?
Colonel Klink.
Yeah, Klink.
Colonel Klink.
No,
I
I
think
think
a
Hogan's-
radar.
no,
Hogan's
Radar
hero.
was with the weird hand. No, you're thinking of the guy that was a transvestite.
Yeah, that wasn't Klinger.
I thought
Oh.
maybe you're right. I was thinking of okay, never mind. We're
'Cause
talking
was
about
the
a
I-
show that was
yeah,
70 years
Sorry,
on TV.
I just
70
was
years.
the idea was that he was like,
Yeah, he wanted
I'm a flame. Like I can't be in the military, but then he
Well,
was
there
just
were
there for-
exemptions for the
But
flaming.
I'm wondering, like, could that be an exemption?
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
exemptions.
okay.
for
Are you
flaming. If you
asking-
could prove your flamingness,
Yeah,
you
but-
were out.
no, MASH was not a documentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but I'm just
Right.
wondering if it was based on
The
something.
generations.
you
down
could
the
Because that was
generations.
obviously, it went to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But before then, there was no gays, right?
No, I
mean,
think if during your but it was
not officially in the military.
but
no.
here's what I can say about that.
Not
Sure.
officially.
If thing is, it was illegal to be gay
That's
until
right.
the mid 70s, so you really had to be
Oh,
careful.
Gotcha.
You couldn't just go in there and be like, I'm not going to go shoot nobody. And they'd be like, well, now we're going to arrest you because you're homosexual.
Sure.
You had to almost be like, I'm mentally unwell, and that's
Right.
why I'm a transvestite.
Right.
Right.
Well, the Psychiatric Association. What is that book called?
The Bible?
Yeah.
No, I don't
The
know.
Bible of the DMA 1 or 2, whatever it was at that time, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, DSM.
Okay.
Mm,
Homosexuality
right.
was a recognized psychiatric disease.
sure.
Right.
So you were out for service as far as that's
Mm.
concerned.
Right.
Right.
they
So that's
didn't-
one thing you didn't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But later on in the war, it got harder and harder to prove it. So at a certain
Yeah.
point, you had to go to Provincetown with the major or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to see if you
yeah.
become erect. They had like a calendar full of
Yeah.
firemen.
Yeah, it was
that they
like,
would bring in.
They used video from your Crunch Club. You know,
Yes.
to show.
What is the
Right.
difference? They gave you a test. They're like, what's the difference between eggs Benedict and eggs Stockholm?
Ooh.
Smoked salmon
Great
and
question.
eggs. I can do this. All right. Anyway.
Mhm. Oh no, that's Florentine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
spinach. That's it. You're
Yeah.
not even gay. Anyway, so what were you saying? So you and
I
your
don't
buddy
know.
are
That
you're
was
in
so
Denver.
long ago.
You're in Denver. I can keep it all together.
Oh, right. That's why you're the host.
You and yeah, exactly. You guys are in
Oh,
Denver.
so we're in Denver. We stop at a stop. This
Uh-huh.
is so cute. It's very, we stop at a bus stop, and there's a very cute girl.
Why would you stop at a bus stop? Were you on a
No,
bus?
it was a red
to
light.
pick up
It was a light.
runaways.
It was a
silly
light.
goose.
Yeah.
It was a light, but it happened to be a bus stop right there.
Okay.
And there's a very cute girl there.
Uh-huh.
And she's very cute. She looked like her face, she looked exactly like the female Wally Cleaver. Remember Beaver's big brother?
Yeah,
He was
sure.
cute, right? I mean,
yeah,
he was a
yeah.
cute kid. She was
Um,
the female version. Can you?
Hugh Down? Was that the guy's name? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to think
No,
of the
not Hugh
actor's name.
Downs. No, that he was the talk show host. He did this. What you're doing back then.
You're thinking of Down syndrome.
Hugh Downs syndrome. He
Hugh
had a
Down
hyphenated
syndrome.
last name.
Uh-huh.
Very high
The
wasp
syndromes
family,
of Schenectady.
Yeah.
The Viet
Yeah.
Cong invaded. See where it's-
Anyway,
okay.
we roll down the window to pick her
Right,
up. Sure
right.
enough, she gets in the car.
Oh boy.
And we became an item for a couple of few years, actually. She was very, very
So
nice.
wait a minute. You picked up a girl on the side of the road in Denver.
Not the road, it was the street in the city. It was a bus stop in
But
the
this
city.
was Denver?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were driving across the country, or you were
Oh, we'd already gotten there. No, I'm sorry. We'd gotten to Denver. We were doing our thing. And then one day,
What is your thing, though? I don't understand. Did you?
I
have-
was teaching.
Oh, so you okay?
And
So you
Ken-
went to Denver for a job.
Not exactly.
All right. Well, stop being so
Oh, he's so
obtuse.
cagey.
I went to Denver. We both went to Denver kind of to, remember it's early 1970s, mid 1970s, to explore our, the universe and stuff.
But you
like
went there
that.
for a job.
No, we
Oh.
went to explore the universe, but that meant, in fact, that one had to do some kind of work.
So you drove to Denver for a job and just explored yourself while you were there with the job, or
Yeah, you could do both.
All right. Yeah. Okay. But I'm saying like was this like a cross country trip and you just happened to be stopping in Denver
No,
for gas?
No,
Okay.
Ken had been.
There we go.
Ken,
Finally.
Ken Adams, very, very good guy, and our old buddy of mine. He had been out west and camping and all the Western thing, and he said, "Come on, Hal, we were good buddies, and we did a lot of stuff together." He said, "Come on." And I said, "All right, you know what? I'm not really set on anything right
No.
at the moment. I wasn't locked in, so we went." But once we were there, what he did was he did the political stuff. He became the advance man and assistant to a guy at that time named Dick Lamb,
Okay.
and he was elected governor, and Ken was his
Uh-huh.
right-hand
I heard he
guy.
was kind of sheepish.
You remember John Denver and all that
Sure,
shit?
of course.
Yeah, it was
Sure.
all of that stuff. And I taught at college.
What
out
college?
there. What do you call it?
I don't know.
What was in Denver?
Denver
UC
University?
University of Denver,
Okay.
University
Okay.
Colorado
Lucky
Denver,
guess.
Metro State College, all those colleges that were there.
Mile High College.
Mile High College.
That's the one.
Yeah, I figured.
So you
I
went
wanted-
out there for a job. So I'm kind of right. You went out there for a job. Like you went, or
no,
did you
it's
get there?
nothing that. No, we found it when we got
I
out
see.
there.
Okay. Well, this
We
was the
didn't have
70s.
job offers, and this
Yeah.
is the 70s.
Yeah.
We didn't have offers and stuff.
You just-
and then went to the no,
You just walked in.
but we found it. We found it.
You're like, hey man,
It was fun.
I'm a Jew from
I
Harvard.
did,
I need a job, man.
I did, government 101, politics 101
Sure,
for
sure.
freshmen and stuff. Oh, I
So-
had one girl in there.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
still in love with her.
Yeah. But she looks great now.
She was so
She's a-
adorable.
I
She
bet.
wasn't like this one.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like,
no.
what,
What, a
knock
fake-
you out in
a
the
fake
street.
African-
She wasn't fake though.
Yeah.
She was real. She
We
was
need to have
so
you
cute.
deprogrammed, I think.
was
You know?
so
Right.
cute.
So anyway,
But
so
I was very disciplined. I just want to say in my defense, I didn't nail her. I just couldn't. I don't know.
because she's a student.
Well, it wasn't that because I
She
was
found you
very
repulsive?
disciplined about that.
Now, what do you?
You have to wait till the grades are in. That's rule number one.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is the 70s.
No. But I just couldn't. Anyway, she was gorgeous. But so Kathy was on the street.
So you're living in Denver.
We're
You're
living in
driving
Denver.
around.
We're going downtown. Maybe he's going to work. I'm going to teach.
Sure,
Something,
sure.
something. Just a regular old moment.
Right.
She's at the bus stop.
Right.
Remember Marilyn Monroe in Bus Stop?
No, that one I don't know.
One of
but-
her great hits of the 50s. Yeah.
Marilyn
And,
Monroe?
Yeah, Bus
Oh,
Stop.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
familiar with that
Montgomery
film.
Clift. It was that was.
I don't know
a
a bus
very
stop,
good
but I do
film.
know the Kennedys pulled a train on her.
Mm,
Thank you.
Mhm.
Anybody?
that's a form of transportation
Yep.
too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they all came in my pussy. That's my Marilyn Monroe.
That's not as good as my Ethel
Nice.
Merman.
No, it's
with
good.
all
No.
due respect.
Well, that's the time.
You have to work on
That's
that.
time tested.
You have to work
Yep.
on
All
that.
right, you're at a light.
All right, so we're
you
at
look
the
at the
light.
window.
And then I want to tell a Marilyn Monroe story. Will
Please.
you remind me? Because
Absolutely.
So no, we just rolled down the. I rolled down the window. Ken's driving.
By the way, you can tell us an old story when you said I rolled it down the window.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't.
You don't crank.
No, you don't.
It was a lot more.
Yeah. You're
Fun
like,
to
I
do that.
sounded the klaxon. All right. Ooga. All right. So anyway, you rolled it down the window. Do you remember what kind of car it was?
But it wasn't so bad living in the what do you call it? The Android age? No,
No,
the,
no.
the,
Okay, let's just
analog?
the analog
No.
age.
Do you
I
remember?
rolled
Do you
down
remember
the
what kind of
window.
car it was?
Yeah, it was a
There
VW
you go.
station wagon.
All
Not a
right.
bug. Not a bug. I think it was a VW. They had a station wagon, a cute little,
Okay.
something like that. It wasn't a bug. It wasn't a bug.
Passat. No, that was
Maybe
before
a
the
Fox
Passat.
or something.
It was.
It was
Passat.
It was a station. Well, that
It
was
was
the
a
only thing I could think.
stationy wagon.
Back
It wasn't
then,
a
I'm not sure.
sedan.
Back then,
It
I'm not
wasn't
sure.
a sedan, but it was small.
Okay. You
Okay.
answered my question.
I'm not sure it's
A
important. to the story.
VW station wagon.
Yeah.
It was red.
So you
Okay.
roll the window down.
Boy.
Does anybody care about that?
Well, no, but now
it was red.
Uh-uh.
It was a red station wagon.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. You keep.
Yeah.
Keep the
Anyway, roll
momentum
down the
going.
window.
Okay.
We said something like, I guess I said,
Want to get
well,
high, baby? Something like that.
Come on.
I don't know.
No, I said something more practical.
You're
And,
picking her up at a bus stop. I mean, that's not.
well,
such a
she was
weirdo.
waiting for the bus, so
Well,
we
that's
said,
what you'd
"Can we
hope
give
so.
you a ride?"
Oh, okay. So she got in the car with two guys
Uh-huh.
in a red Volkswagen. Okay,
You getting the picture?
Oh, wait. Squareback?
probably.
Let's see the
Ooh, that's a cool
let's see the
car.
picture. It was just a cute little, like a station wagon.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't
There
that
you go.
cute?
Yeah.
I think that might be a squareback.
It looks
That is a cool-
adorable
It's
now,
like a
right?
Carmen Dia, but it's a
Carmen Gia.
but
Carmen
it's
Gia.
Remember Carmen Gia?
Is Carmen Gia or Carmen Dia?
No.
You're thinking of
Gia.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I'm thinking of the one with the big caboose.
Yeah, that's right.
No, Carmen Gia.
Only runs on black gas.
Who is Carmen Gia? Oh, you guys are just so
I
Okay,
have no
so you
idea,
picked
but
this
it doesn't
woman
Wait, you
matter.
hold that. It's Carmen Gia.
I don't
the
know.
producers?
Oh my God.
Carmen Gia.
You're talking about Springtime for
Remember?
Hitler and
Yeah.
everything? I don't remember.
Okay.
Remember, it's the super flaming guy who
Yeah.
was.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
His name was
All right.
Carmen Gia.
Oh, was it really? Okay. All right.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I know who you're
the
talking about.
producers?
Yes.
Mel Brooks.
Winter for Poland and
Sure.
France.
Comedy.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
come on, he was a riot.
Very funny.
We
I
got to
don't,
explain to Howard that people watch this too.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the character, but I know what you're talking
Therefore, what?
Therefore, you got to kind of keep it moving a little more
about.
than just
theater of the
Carmen
mind.
Gia. Come
Come
on.
on. Yeah. All right, that's our show.
Acting like
everybody.
we're on a fucking park bench somewhere.
Yeah, well, give him an hour. He will be on a park bench. So you're at a light. There's a girl waiting for a bus, and you roll the window down and you go, "Hey, instead of waiting for this bus, why don't you get into our square back and we'll take
Right.
you where you need to
Go
go?"
That
fucking
wasn't
bareback-
exactly my delivery. It was a
bareback in the
little more
square back.
charming.
Bareback.
Than
Well, how
Sorry.
charming could you have been? I mean, it's at a light.
Pretty charming.
Yeah.
charming.
But I'm saying, like,
Be charming at a light.
did she get in immediately, or did you have to pull over and cajole
No
her?
pullover.
Okay.
And what this was 1970s?
I'd say, yeah,
Yes.
this was probably,
Okay.
wait.
So there was still hitchhiking was
by the way,
pretty mainstream.
70.
2, 3.
No,
4.
no, we were still in school. 4 or 5.
By the way, this is the most 70s story I've ever heard. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're in a
You mean the
Volkswagen
roll
square
down the
bag,
water
roll
in
down
the
the
window?
window. Yeah.
Is this
Your-
a 70s
we were
story?
doing macrame.
your bell bottoms got stuck in the in the
No, I
wheel.
didn't. Bell bottoms not for
listening
me.
to Neil
Straight
Diamond.
leg,
Yeah.
straight leg, straight leg. No
eight-
bell bottoms. for me.
8-track. Put a little Country Joe and the Fish on the. So anyway, so
You're
she got in
making
the,
me a stereotype.
she got in the car,
She got in the car.
and then what?
We took her to where she was going, and then
Was
we
it on the
exchanged
way?
information, as you did in those days. How did you do that in those days?
Did you ask her for any bread for gas money?
How did you exchange information in those days? I mean,
Well, your
got
phone
her
number was like
telephone number.
Yeah, sure, of course. That's not.
you
that
wrote it down on some piece of
Sure.
paper.
Well, it was easy to write down. There were 3 numbers back then.
Right.
What's your phone number? 4.
Yeah,
Hey,
when I
baby.
first called her, I had to crank up and
Yeah.
hey,
right.
Marge,
Yeah.
will you get me 783,
Yeah.
please?
I'm on a party line.
Party line.
Hey.
So,
So, anyway,
and then so we became an item. And but what was the store? What was the
Annie
point?
Hall.
Oh, yeah, Annie Hall.
visiting Jew.
Eventually, I went back to Cincinnati with her to visit her family.
Wow.
Okay.
It was right out of Annie.
Yeah, I bet.
Holy
And there
shit.
I am. the
So I'm
Jew at the
guessing
table,
Right.
all
Okay.
those southern Ohio, North.
But I'm guessing
Roman
Kathy
Catholic.
Kathy
Okay.
was not Jewish.
Roman Catholic.
She
Okay.
was a shiksa.
They were German Catholic.
I understand.
You know that's heavy German Catholic territory.
Yep.
Very
Okay.
nice folks. But the grandma, it was just out of man. No, I didn't care. I'm not like that. She was who she was, but she was like, you could see it.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's a Jew.
up until
It's a Jew.
It's
a Jew.
up until the late 1960s, the doctrine of the Catholic Church was that Jews killed Jesus. So, like, it was part of the.
We didn't.
Well, I kind of
No, we didn't.
Wow.
The Romans did.
the Jews complained about Jesus to the Romans.
Yeah, because
and
he
the
was
Romans,
making trouble.
I don't blame them. If I was the Jews, I would have said, get him out of here too. I mean, I get it.
This
but
guy's walking around with
no shoes
agape
on.
and shit,
Yeah,
long hair.
Yeah,
Bleeding
exactly.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Crown of thorns.
Knocking over the temple. When remember they were all selling a bunch of shit in the temple and he went in and
he
freaked out.
disturbed the commerce at the
he
temple.
was
That you
fucking
do
up
not
the
do.
status quo.
Jews don't want commerce disturbed.
No, but they were doing it on Saturday. Big no go for
And it was on Shabbos.
for the JC. Yeah. So I mean, I understand. So no, the Jews, Pontius Pilate was like, look, I don't really want to do this, but you guys, that's why he literally washed his hands of it. But anyway, I digress. So you went to see, but how did the grandmother know that? Because you're not like, it's not like you roll it in. You were like,
Right.
oy vey, what a long drive this was from Denver. We're driving here. Are these sausages kosher? You know, like that kind of thing.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you're
no,
not
of course not.
screaming
No, I
at
don't.
It's
no.
so dry in here. You know, no, exactly. Right. So how did she?
That I don't know.
It just came up at dinner.
No, she probably.
So where are
told
you
her.
from?
We'd already known each other a while,
Right.
so she was probably talking
How many-
back home,
all right,
or
let's
went
talk-
back home for a visit or whatever. And they asked her, I met a guy, and
Let's
we're
talk
hanging out.
1974. How long do you know her before you fucked her? You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or how many miles
that
in the
a-
square
I'm not
back?
trying
Yeah.
to pull a Joe Biden here.
The next bus stop.
Okay.
I'm not trying to pull a Joe
Wanna
Biden.
smell
does that
my
even
hair?
mean?
What are you doing?
Apparently, he wasn't.
going on?
He didn't pay any attention to the media yesterday. But
don't.
I'm not trying to.
Either.
Oh, I'll tell you all about that. Oh my
No,
God,
another-
a lot of
please,
shit has
will
been
you?
happening.
Another-
A lot.
Another show, hopefully.
Another show.
Yes.
Another
Do
show.
you promise?
You guys don't.
How
You're
long?
trying
did
to
it take
avoid
you
this, aren't
we're
you?
We're
not.
trying
We
to
don't-
keep it evergreen, baby.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pull a Joe, but I don't
Mhm.
remember exactly. But it wasn't that long.
Okay. Like a week, maybe.
No, probably maybe a little more than that.
Okay.
Not long.
How
How
long?
long? Not long.
How long?
Martin
Till,
Luther King.
how long till after you got her phone number did you call her? Did
Oh,
you-
pretty. I'm like that.
Okay,
With that.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Sweet.
She
I'm
put
not like George Costanza.
Did she put up any kind of a
Right.
fight?
I act
Three-day
immediately.
rule. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get. I agree with you on that one. I don't have time for games.
And the older you get, the more you realize how that's
What?
How precious that is.
Yeah, you call right away.
Time, yeah. Because
Yeah.
Gore Vidal said a very, very astute thing. Remember, there are
Uh,
two things
there's
that
a, there's a 20 on the dresser. Get it on your way out.
things.
Yeah.
Three things.
What
There
did
are
Gore
two,
Vidal
two
say?
Gore
things that you
Vidal.
never pass up. What do you think they were?
Pussy, bottled water, and low interest rates.
Yeah.
Never turn up the opportunity to be on television
Uh-huh.
Okay.
or have sex.
Yes.
Wow.
All
The
right.
older I get, the more I realize the deep
Or
wisdom.
have sex
Wow.
on a television.
Or-
Yeah, on
or,
television, like
to a.
on
Yeah,
Dick
to it.
Cavett.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just plows.
Yeah.
plows him.
So anyway, Dick. So anyway, so that's it. So you went to, but how did it manifest with his grandmother? Did she like?
It didn't manifest at the at the
It was just her
dinner,
stares.
but I think she nixed the whole relationship later
Wow.
on. She did.
Grandma or the or
No,
the girl?
grandma did.
Wow.
Really?
Even her
The official reason I got,
was you were a kike.
basically,
I
God.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
that's okay. I didn't.
No, I'm
Is
saying.
that a
That's the way it
legal
was.
term?
Yeah.
I'm a realist, you
Yeah.
know.
But I mean, it's weird. Like her
In comparative law,
but-
it is.
Right.
That's probably from-
In
relative
continental law,
but
in
from-
German law.
But
it
listen,
is.
from 800 miles away, the grandmother was able to with her
She-
clutches.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, she's like he's taking.
You
up
know
all
how the
oxygen.
dogs can.
Yep.
You know how Cleo,
Yeah.
when we were in the country,
pretty close to
Cleo, It would
Kentucky,
be the
so-
middle of the night, okay? The middle of the night, and Cleo would just get up and she would like.
What?
And you know they were deer within
There's a
quarter of a
Jew
mile.
in
of it. Yeah, there are Jews
She's
within.
got
Yeah.
Cleo's your
weird-
dog, by the
Got
way.
one of
Cleo's my
those
beautiful,
weird
beautiful dog.
Nazi dogs.
Right. You,
That's
look,
how they know.
you put on the porch light. There's
One
like
time we were up in the apartment,
yes.
minding our business. It was a quiet moment. We were on 18, 19.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
not
Oh
right-
wow.
oh, way
Someone's
up there.
doing
Way up,
well.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone's doing very well.
All of a sudden, Cleo gets up. She's all over. It's like, I wonder what's going on. I'm watching. A whole minute goes by. The buzzer rings from the desk downstairs. Somebody's coming up.
Oh.
Okay.
Who we don't know a delivery or something like that. She knew.
Oh.
They're amazing.
They are amazing.
Oh
with
yeah,
their
they can
dog.
sniff out cancer, VD, all, everything.
Amazing.
Yeah. They can find like bodies in 9/11.
Oh, it's
and-
fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
in the
Oh,
rubble.
they're
all those actors that are in the rubble.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, when they were
But anyway, so that was that story about Granny.
Okay. Yeah. Now,
Grammy Gilker.
how long did you spend in Denver?
A year or so. I
Okay.
wasn't.
And
Then I
then-
came back
to New York,
to Washington
to DC. Okay.
and
Worked for McGovern or something.
No, it wasn't my man.
No.
No,
But you work for somebody.
Snowflake.
Yeah. You work
Snowflake.
for
No, I didn't.
Moreland. Westmoreland. Right.
No, I wasn't involved actively yet as an adult.
Okay.
No, I prepared to do what I really wanted to do, and I did. As you know, I went to Europe for like 10 years.
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah, and Germany, and Belgium.
Italy, Germany, Italy.
Say it right.
Italy. Do you ever have any? Would you like to go back there before you
Let's go.
depart this earth?
I
I'll
would
tell you
love- I
like
would
2
love to
seconds.
go.
If
I
you
miss Europe very much.
if you
But
landed
that's me.
in Italy like right now, what's the first thing you would do other than of course leaving the
Kiss
airport?
the ground.
Really?
No.
But I'm saying like what do you miss the most about living in Italy? Maybe that's a better
tough
question.
question.
Jesus Christ, you don't make this
The
easy.
philandering, I would say.
Yeah, right. My gumata
Where am I
Yeah.
landing?
You're
It's too.
in the boot. I don't know. I don't know.
Where are we? No, not in the boot. No,
The
I wouldn't-
Amalfi Coast? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no.
Tuscany?
No, I'd be
Torino.
landing in
Lovely.
Florence or in Rome.
The big green church? Okay.
Florence or Rome.
So
Okay.
what would you do if you landed in Rome? Go to the artichokes, the Jewish section,
No. You know what I'd probably do?
Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's all I got.
Yeah. No, I would take a cab to the Pantheon,
Oh.
the most amazing building in the world.
And then what?
Sit there and watch it.
Okay. The Pantheon is the with the big door columns. It's kind of like a big Roman
The
ruin.
Pantheon is the first domed building in the world.
Oh. The first is it a church, isn't it?
It's a church since way back.
I see.
It was built for the gods of the Roman Empire.
Right.
And then
Apollo
became
and
a
the like.
church as things changed.
Right.
Apollo and the like.
Yeah.
That building blows my mind.
Okay. So
And then I'd have to do other stuff.
right. Get some gelato, perhaps.
No, first pasta.
Pasta fazool.
A day without pasta is a sad day.
Ooh,
Well, plus they
I'm with you.
yeah,
Right or wrong?
You are correct. I love pasta.
me too.
I'm a big
Doesn't love
pasta
me
guy.
though.
Failing
No.
all
All
of that,
those
and there is a
carbs.
new opportunity to go back, which I'll tell you about,
Oh,
which is
tell us
really
right
great.
now.
Yeah.
Where,
But failing that,
yes.
I would go down to Italy on Madison Square
Okay.
and just live in there.
Yeah.
That
Just
place
bathe in
is
olive oil. It's great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
For those of you
They have
Mm.
everything.
For those of
do.
you
everything.
who don't know, there is in 23rd Street, right off the Bastianich family. I mean,
the
who cares?
Bastianich.
Right. They it's used to be this old toy building. And what they do is, for those of you who are visiting, there's one here, there's one in Chicago, there's one in
Oh,
DC,
they've already opened up all over the
there's one in
place?
Torino.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
And anyway,
yeah, good.
you go in there, and it's like a 100,000 square feet of pasta and fish and seafood and meat and blah 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 blah. And there's restaurants all throughout it and everything.
there's not one product
Fucking
that they
great.
don't have.
yes,
It's
but it's all
unbelievable.
Italian,
One Italian product.
right? So no,
But
it's
is
great.
there, what's the difference? If you have Italian food, you don't need.
Well, there's a
anything else.
version of that now in Hudson Yards, which is all Spanish. And that's
Oh, really?
Yep, it's really great.
Nice.
How
Yeah.
do they call it?
I think they call it like Mexico, Little Mexico.
Eat
No, I don't know.
Mex?
No, they call it. I don't know. It's in Hudson Yards it's in the basement. It's called like El Cid, maybe. I think it sounds like it might be right.
El Sydney, the Jewish one.
Hello. Welcome to my basement full of everything. If
Oh,
it's Spanish,
that's
we got it.
disgusting.
Yeah. Point. Yeah, no. But
No. But here's what happened.
why are you going back to Italy?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen. The good Lord decides that. But
Okay.
suddenly came
It's in
an
God's
email
hands.
a little while back from
Your girlfriend on the
Alice.
Facebook.
Oh,
Glenn
from
Alice.
From Glenn Alice.
Glenn Alice. She said, "I'm going to
She
Rome.
wants to get a
You
little
wanna come
villa
with
in
me?"
Tuscany with
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
If we could go to Rome together,
You're
all
gonna
you have
run
to do
away
is
with-
rent the
All I need is your
All the
routing
hotel
We're
number.
gonna run away
room.
with a
all you
robot
have to do
lady.
is rent the hotel room. And I said,
Sure.
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 Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
No. So I got an email from what's called the Guido Carli University. It's not an ancient
Father Guido
university.
Sarducci.
Yeah, it's a very highly respected for law and politics. It was founded by Agnelli. What do you call it?
I don't know.
The rich
The Medicis?
automobile guys
Oh,
from
Fiat
and
or whatever?
they have some spots open.
okay.
I said I can't go back. It's too. It wouldn't. It doesn't work for a tenure kind of thing. But they said, "Oh, we have visiting professors." I said, "Oh, that
Well,
would
so
be
what would
fun."
you do? Why don't you just do it?
You know what I wanted to do?
Just do it. Why
no, I'll
not?
tell. Well, let me explain. What I wanted to do was, failing my intervention into the presidential campaign.
You better hurry up.
Right. I would go there and teach the year in American politics and government from the headlines.
Okay.
So you could follow the campaign
yeah.
and the election.
Sure.
And then all the issues that are deeper about government and politics and blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
We go into through that, which it's fun. That's
Well,
a great idea.
That's right
They
now.
said, great, but we're on the wrong,
Yeah.
academic year. You can't just come in February. Yeah.
Sure.
Try in the fall, then you could apply and blah, blah, blah.
So you should do it. Why wouldn't you?
If failing, not failing other thing, but it's under
Oh.
consideration for the next academic
Get off
year.
the bench. Come on. Go to Italy.
We'll
Come on,
see.
you're in the
We'll
ninth
see if it's
inning
in
here,
the
buddy.
cards.
You know,
Right.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Well,
Right.
I want to be involved this year, but it's getting very. Now we're going to get into politics, and you guys don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about sex, so I
Well,
don't.
don't you make it sound like don't disparage the. We talk about whatever we can talk about, but I mean, I just want to talk about if you want to go to Italy
I
and
understand.
there's an opportunity to go to Italy, you should work
know.
on it and go to Italy.
No, I agree, but
Because
I can't
whatever-
literally do it until the fall.
I understand, but you seem to be saying
So
like
between now and then, I can't do it.
right.
I
So,
can do it. I can prepare it,
yeah,
but
prepare.
I can't get into the pipes line and see if they'll take.
Would you have to go
Mhm.
interview, or you can do that from here, like remotely?
It's always better in person.
Yeah, well, but then they get to fly you over
Right,
to interview
they
you.
may
and
So?
fly-
Right.
They're
Hmm.
rich. They don't care.
okay, all right.
Really?
So this is like a private university. Sounds like it.
Yes, it is private.
Okay. So the
Agnelli was,
I don't know who-
fiat.
fiat. Well, I said fiat, but
Yeah.
nobody picked up on it. But
I mean,
okay.
and
Yeah.
like that top, they left an endowment for
Sure.
whatever it was.
okay.
Yeah.
Not
So-
talking
fine.
VW squarebacks here.
No.
It's not like one of the ancient universities and all that. It's a different idea. But for politics and law, it's kind of their
Okay, I
specialty.
gotcha.
So, yeah,
kind of like
and they're
Rockefeller
respected.
University, kind of. It's
kind of like for that stuff.
right. So you would go there and
They're not
teach-
fly by night. They have 50 years, 60 years. they've
No,
been
I
around,
understand.
but not
Would-
600
Would-
years.
Are you proficient enough in Italian where you
Yes.
can teach in Italian?
No, I would teach in English, and they probably want me to teach in English. But
Okay.
what I like to do is teach it in English, for example, and then if you have use some Italian, use some French, use
Sure.
some German, and mix it around a little bit. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Come
fun.
say dice, that kind of thing. A lot of that kind of thing.
No, even more than that.
You're like
but
Trump. He's a real meatball. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we say hi to everybody?
Meat
Yeah,
to
there's
ball.
let's go down the horn because
that
there's some
Italian?
funny
Oh,
little
sorry.
funny comments.
All right.
So, hi to Ted. Ted
Hi,
says
Ted. Hey,
Ted
Ted.
says gals
Hi, girls.
XX.
Hi, Ted.
Pete Jop says we're doing it.
Yep.
What does that mean?
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
I mean, he's
WDI, we're doing it.
All
Ted
right.
Ted says American football, try rugby league. No, thank you.
God, Ted is
I
so
like my football.
Ted is so English.
I love
well.
my
These
football.
guys are English. right?
Matthew says, love you, sirs.
You too, Matthew. Thank you.
Dr. Spurgenberg says, where does Howard go up?
Yeah, no kidding.
What
He
does it mean? Go up.
He's talking about doing stand-up comedy. Where
Yeah.
do you go up?
You just
Where do
spoke-
you
Go up.
It's
That
a,
means
you
when
do
do you
any
go
sets-
on stage?
You do any sets around town?
yeah. Where do you go up?
Where do you go? Where would
I-
you go up?
What? I seem like
Probably,
a stand-up
um,
comic.
I don't know. It's just a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a
It's like
thing
a-
that Brian used to say to people.
Yeah.
He should go up.
I said
He's the
yes.
guy who has all
Yeah.
the shtick.
That's-
Paul says, God, I love Howard.
I know.
Aw.
Everyone loves
Uh,
him.
These
and
guys
then
are not-
another Paul.
These
a
guys are
different-
not that way, are they?
a different Paul.
Maybe. Probably.
No, he's
probably.
not. That's the
These
same.
They're like
Then
older men.
Then a different Paul, your friend Paul says Hollywood Howard.
Hollywood Howard. There he is.
Decline says Adam's drinking Coke. I am. I'm
Oh
a
my
Coke
God.
guy. I love
He
it.
loves
Brian.
No,
buys
he
me
didn't mean that Coke.
Brian buys me a Coke every week, like I'm the neighbor boy.
I too. I said, come on over
Because
here.
one time I think
To
I said
lure
I liked
you
Coke.
over?
He's so sweet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. And then I said,
I put it in a glass and everything too.
He do.
That's
he do.
nice, and you can
Um,
see through it.
Chris says one of those.
What
He
does
gives
that
us
mean?
One of those.
What does that
It means like
translate
fucking
as?
like fucking rock and roll
Yep.
or
Yeah.
devil stuff. I guess.
Devil?
Devil horns.
Yeah. Nick,
know, but-
Nick says kisses.
Hi, Nick.
Let's see. Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe says. Joe says, "Is that guy the killer from Saw?" I don't know if that's.
Oh, you
Does
mean
that
the
mean
face,
me?
the long face
I
guy,
don't
Jigsaw
know. Yeah,
or
maybe.
something, right?
yeah,
yeah.
Me?
maybe. I don't know. I
Well,
think he's making
Howard
a
can
joke.
kill
Killer from
Howard can kill
Saw?
it. He can kill a podcast. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Oh,
What does that mean?
Chris says
Hi,
the
Chris.
Shabbat 100% do proselytize, though
Oh.
they're mostly trying to bring in wayward Jews.
It's true.
yeah,
Straight
I-
Jews that have gone astray.
right. Secular Jews. which
Hey
a
guys,
lot of them-
stick a quarter in a butterfly net. You'll get all of them.
Let's see.
I let you get away with
Thank
that.
you. Thank you very
Adam
much.
Soundboard says KB needs to bring Brian to AC.
Oh, that's right.
Because they're all going to AC this weekend.
Oh, that'll be fun.
They could lock arms and go down the escalator together. Game changer. I do think that would be great to have like.
Are you going to Atlantic City?
I'm not.
What's
no,
Atlantic
no.
City?
The guy that I used to do a podcast with, he is doing sort of a meet and
They're
greet.
kind of meet up. They just go hang out and play poker, and then because it's the
Oh,
Super
cool, the
Bowl,
Super
they're gonna
Bowl
watch
thing.
the Super Bowl. Maybe get a hooker or something.
Yep.
Share a hooker. Go halves on a hooker.
I'll go.
Well, you better
You know
get
what?
on the bus now.
Yeah, you better.
What
yeah.
bus?
Well, on our way to Italy, we'll go. We'll go on
Chris is also expressing
You're not going?
his
gas up the square back. We're going to Atlantic City.
wants Brian on MLC. Hey, here's the thing.
Oh, God.
So my thing was I wanted because we had to be able to. There was some sort of a mix up with your YouTube password,
Yes.
right? And I needed to get in there because we want to get that monetized and everything.
Okay.
But I wanted to do that before you went
Okay.
on MLC. I just now, as you guys were talking, I figured it out. I
The
got
password?
it because
Okay.
it was saved on this computer under
Oh.
your Safari.
Oh,
So I got it now.
Wow, good for
I
you.
was off by one digit.
There you
So
go.
for like 2 months, I couldn't get in your.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God
so anyways,
damn it.
This
Don
is like studio
says,
talk, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah. But I just wanted to give an update because
Yep.
people want you to come
people
on
want
MLC.
to know
so
what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah.
because we need to get the watch hours for the YouTube up.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Now
yeah,
I'm
so-
I
yeah.
think I sort of know what he's talking about. Sort
Ah,
of.
the
For
watch
mon-
hours for you. Oh, okay.
Monetization and
Oh,
subscribers.
yeah,
Don't you like Jimi Hendrix all along the watch hours?
Sure, all along the watch hours. And then funny, a couple people came up with funny nicknames for Howard. Don says the Lord of the Layers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
Lord of the
bad.
Layers. And Paul says, and Paul says King digress.
Yes. Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
Yeah.
Wait a
Right?
minute. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
You digress.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's,
Moi-
I thought it was
King
supposed to be
sidebar.
freewheeling.
Moisha musings.
Yeah.
Moisha
Yeah.
musings. Yes. It's fine. It's, no,
That's
one's,
what you said was supposed to do.
no one's complaining. It's okay.
Mhm.
I'm getting
Trust me.
defensive.
Although I do think it's
Yeah.
cute that you think these are layers. He took 9 jackets off to get down to this.
And unironically, I asked him if I could take his coat when he came in here, and he was like, "Oh no, I already took it off." But I am looking at an overcoat, a blazer, like a plaid blazer, then like a fucking houndstooth blazer, then 2 polos.
Yep.
So that is 1, 2, 3.
It's
4.
winter.
And none of
I'm
it's
looking at 5 layers.
It's winter.
and he already
I took 2 off.
I know you in summer. It doesn't change. It's just linen and things like that. It's just more of like
Right.
it's
Lighter weight
It's just as
fabrics.
fabric. It's more just
Yeah.
as much fabric, but
Well,
it's like
for your
Don't
information,
change. Don't change.
No.
Ralph
you're
likes
Lord
it.
of the Layers.
Ralph likes it.
Ralph Lipschitz.
Yeah, Ralph Lipschitz likes it that way.
All right. So
So,
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's.
Can I
that's
ask
that.
another question? I ask this every week,
Okay.
Yes.
every month.
Real
Yes.
quick before we jump over to the
Do
other
any
side.
girls watch this show?
Sure.
Oh,
No.
okay.
None of them commented today.
No,
though. There's
no, but
usually
none
a
of them
couple
ever
gals.
comment.
There's usually a couple of
None
gals.
of them
Right.
ever comment.
and also we don't.
I've never
see-
heard a gal.
We don't
comment.
see gender
No
in this
girl
room.
phones.
You don't
Wow.
see gender. You're
Yeah,
gender
yeah.
blind.
Also, and I do have a quick
Sure,
announcement.
please.
Okay, so on Monday, because of the TV thing that I'm working, the TV thing, right?
Yeah.
I have to on Monday. I am getting, for the first time in 17 years, I'm getting professional headshots taken
Oh, look at that.
nice.
by the very prestigious headshot photographer here in New York.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
You.
Yeah.
No, it's not me.
oh.
I'm actually going to the Sears in Edgewater.
Sure. Glamour
right.
shots.
Yeah, they're
in
glamour.
Paramus.
Yeah, she's gonna do.
The Paramus
Yep.
Mall.
That's
We're gonna do some
adorable.
erotic nudes just in
Oh,
I
time
love
for
You have
Valentine's
to put the
Day.
quarter in, and then
You got to
the
get
stuff.
some lasers in the back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Strip,
Yeah.
right? I'm holding a football.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Right.
But no, so I'm getting those. So what I'm going to do is for Patreon. Okay, number one, if you're already a Patreon, then that's fine. But if you're not on the Patreon, we're going to have digital copies of the headshot only on
nice.
Patreon and at my own expense. Everyone,
Calm down.
Everyone,
calm
calm down. Right. Internet's about ready to melt down. tell the boys in on the West Coast to turn on
Yeah.
more internet
Call
pipes.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
Turn it up to 11.
ice down those routers, boys. No, I am going. If you are on Patreon, if you're a Patreon member, and if you send me your address, I will send you a personalized printed headshot.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Autographed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it's
for
but,
sure.
and it's going to be like, so for, I'm paraphrasing, but for example, like, hey, hey Ted, your pal Brian, meet me in the showers, XO, something like that.
So
you know?
they can
Excellent.
maybe they'll contact us through
Yes, through messages.
through Patreon.
Through
Give
Patreon.
us your address.
You mean
Yes.
you'll actually
Cool.
send paper in the mail?
Yep. Yep.
See?
Absolutely.
Yep.
See?
I'll go.
It's not all dead.
I'll walk right down to the post office and do it myself.
I like
It's
that. You put the stamps on it?
Well, probably
yourself?
there are so many members that will be taking advantage of this that it'll be
right.
How are you
run
gonna
through
do
a
that?
Probably have to
machine.
bring on some seasonal help.
Yeah, no
just
kidding.
just to
Yeah.
take
Probably
care
get-
of some
Could
of
be
the-
thousands.
How
of
about the
envelope
guys,
stuffers.
your friends at the homeless shelter? You think I can hire those guys to lick some
Oh.
stamps?
If they're taking their meds, there are a
can-
couple that
yeah.
could.
we pay in
if they're taking
bisque.
their meds,
Yeah.
We
Well,
pay
they
in
pay in
soup.
bisque. Okay,
Yeah.
well they like
They
that.
can probably just use that white
dribble.
spittle that
Yeah.
collects in the corner of
Yeah.
their mouth
Hey,
to rub
hey.
on the thing.
We don't see socioeconomic status here.
Man, it's at least one of us. I
Yeah,
haven't flown
right.
coach in years. All right, so that's it. So if
All
you're not on the
right.
Patreon, I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's something that'd be
Is
fun.
that a threat that you're making here? I mean, what?
Yeah.
God?
So that's
How dare you?
run, don't walk.
Run, don't walk.
To Patreon.
Join the Patreon. Join the Patreon.
Patreon.com/Brian McCarthy.
It's right behind us. Smash
Yeah.
that like button.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're gonna
Can I
go
ask you
now.
another question?
What? Go ahead. Last one.
Don't any of the females object to Patreon? Could it be the Matreon? or
Oh, the
something like
Matreon,
that?
yeah.
Oh, you mean like patriarch?
Patriarch,
Yeah,
matriarch.
hello,
Sure.
the Patreon.
All right, any of you cunts on Patreon, we'll call it Patreon for you. Okay, sweetheart, you happy
Yeah.
now?
We should start a
Thank
second
you.
one.
Thank
for
you
our-
for that.
So you'll be at the bus stop in Denver next week. That's where he
That's
goes
my
up.
next appearance.
All
At
right,
the
That's where
bus
he goes
stop
up.
in
we're gonna
Denver.
jump over to
That's where I
Patreon
go up,
for a little bit. Howard, thank you. Everybody,
you.
thank you. Go Jets, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Bye.